Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. Last video, the majority of the attention in the comment section was for the later half of the video, but the first half of the video is the most exciting thing for me because I'm taking Casey's class, as I said in the last video, and the work for that begins now. Part of filmmaking. The first half of the class or the first project, there are only two projects. So the first project is to shoot something on your phone, just on the phone, on an idea, instinctive, impromptu idea. And the purpose of the video is to tell you that gear doesn't matter, it's the idea and how do you conceive the idea and how do you shoot, edit and present it to the public. So super excited to do that. So I took some notes while taking the class, and this is my screenplay, I guess. So I'm not fully aware of how screenplay, cinematography works. I've learned everything while making videos. So, but I think that's a bit of how screenplay works. So I've planned out my shoot and time to execute the shoot and see. But the challenging part is because I'm already into YouTube and editing and video making, I'm comfortable with this camera. I'm comfortable editing stuff, thinking of multiple camera angles, different equipment and all. So the challenge is to actually go back and shoot everything with the phone. What I want to shoot is already in my head, so now it's just a matter of shooting it. That's the first part. So let's go ahead. I can't, obviously, you have to watch the end product. This is just few of the background workings of how the shoot happens. Obviously I can't tell you the entire story because that's not fair on my part to reveal everything that's in the class. So if you're interested, the link's in the description. Go check out monthly.com for Casey's class and hope it takes your filmmaking skills to the next level. For now I have to just go and shoot because time's ticking. Always clean your lenses before you record. Big lesson. There were a few times when I didn't, and it shows up in the video. So. Just trying to shoot my house in a different way. Now that you know my house, please don't come visit here because you'll be disturbing my family's privacy. I'm sure quite a few of you know the house because of the videos. There are different camera angles to shoot a subject, right? You have an ultra wide angle, regular, and a telephoto or the zoom lens. So each camera angle has a purpose. So I'm just trying to shoot my house in an interesting way because that's the context here. So just trying to build some context about the home, and so shooting random stuff. But that's what happens. You need to be careful of your surroundings when you're shooting in like close proximities. Getting down with my left knee strength is tricky, but it's getting better. Boy, sometimes I just shoot extra because I don't know which shot would be useful where. It all comes down for me in the edit. And previously what happens is I used to shoot randomly without thinking of introduction, the middle and the end. In fact, in few videos I've shot on multiple days, but you wouldn't realize it because that's how good the edit was. I just mix it up. It just works for me. Editing is the process that I enjoy the most. For me, that is where I do my magic. But this is entirely a different process. I'm thinking, I'm writing down what I want to shoot and loving it. Except for the climbing part. Anyway, I think I got my intro shots. Not entirely intro, more like a context shot, context building shot. Now the next step is to do the introduction to the video. So this is the shot that's completely inspired by Casey. I wanted to do a different take on it, but it just seems apt because I want to build the context. And I just hope this doesn't fall into the water here. There is some support. If there's too much wind, it will definitely fall down. That's okay, Apple Care hai. But the best part is I can control the phone from my watch, even the camera recordings. So that's going to be super helpful. So I'll shoot the time lapse, enter into the context and talk about the topic of the video. That's the plan. Let's see if I come up with something different or interesting. I'll incorporate that into the idea. The phone is recording the time lapse, but it's been almost 5 minutes. And on a day like today when the clouds are hardly moving, I'm not sure. This is the background work that happens when you're shooting videos, is you just chill, relax, sit and just wait for things to happen. Part of filmmaking. You see, that shot was totally disturbed because there was some water movement in the tank here. The idea was to do the time lapse, come into the time lapse and talk about the video. But because of the water tank, my mind was diverted and there is some background noise too, so this is overflowing. That's an overflowing tank. This happens every time. I don't know if you can see, but there are quite a few DJI apps. Go for Mimo, I don't know. But the one to fly a drone is DJI Fly. And as you can see, I haven't been using it, so downloading that again. Just updating some fly safe data. So that's important for your drone to be active with the latest restrictions. And talking about restrictions, the main reason I'm not been taking this on my bike trips or any other trips is because this has a height restriction of 15 meters. I think DGCA changed that height restriction, if I'm right, but it hasn't been updated on the DJI app. So I hope DJI works on it and gets it done soon, because 15 meters is nothing here. It is basically useless. And this is another gadget that I bought that I thought I would use it for the channel, and it worked brilliantly for 2 trips, I guess. And then the restrictions came in and this has been lying in catching dust. I think the title of the short video that I would make for Casey's class could be Things Catching Dust. Yeah. Anyway, let's fly and see how far we can take it if there is any update. Take off.
Flight altitude reached.
You see, this is the problem I was talking about. Can't change the maximum altitude based on local laws and regulations. I can go increase the distance, but what's the point? The first reason I don't use it is the height restrictions now. We can manage the battery restrictions because I think each battery comes for 16-20 minutes. So you have a set of 3 batteries, so you have to get that back, change the battery and fly again, which is fine. I can manage with battery restrictions, but flying height restrictions, here at Daspala, not for the food or the restaurant, but for the charger. I couldn't charge this car at my home because of the cement work that happened. The tiles need to set in for at least 7 to 10 days. So I had to step out for a meeting, and this car had only 9% of the charge. This is the 3rd charger I'm trying after Tejasvi Motors and the Photon Charge and Drive near Konshu. Both didn't work. It was just disconnecting soon. This is a common issue. It happened here too. What I did was just pull this reset button and put it back in. It started working. So that's a small trick in case you are stranded somewhere and the charger is not working. It's costing me 115 rupees roughly for a charge of 15 minutes or 5 kilowatts. I was on a phone with a friend and he was asking if I can upgrade the onboard charger because this has a capacity of only 25 kilowatts. So it'll take at least 1 hour to go to 90%. If this had a 50 kilowatt onboard charger, if we have a 50 kilowatt charger, it would finish a charge in 30 minutes. That would be really good. Tata should have an option to probably upgrade the batteries and the chargers. That would be really good because it would extend the life of these cars, but it doesn't make business sense. Anyway, I got some work at friend's place, hence the reason I'm out. And the reason I'm out is also because all my family members have tested COVID negative, and still we would mask up, but just got some important work. Not the friends that you met already. We'll see if we get a chance to meet. Most of them are either traveling or quarantined or just busy. But it's a long day, we'll see. I'm just so happy to step out after 10 days, man. Feels so good.